Cplat TV is your #1 real estate TV, promoting sustainable accountability, responsibility, and excellence in real estate worldwide. Watch and subscribe to Cplat TV on YouTube channel, powered by Cplat Profile Limited. Cplat TV, your investment house.
Well, today we are going to be looking at how to create content for your Facebook pages. Content basically means anything you post online. So be it a picture, be it a video, be it just a text content. That's what we are going to be looking at in today's class. So how to be creative with your mobile phone. Again, we also understand that not everybody here would have the budget to employ somebody to help you do your graphics, employ somebody to help you create your videos. So we're going to be showing you how you can do all of these things by yourself using your mobile phone. Okay, my name is Victor. I'm a Facebook Blueprint certified media planning professional. What I do basically is to help people understand how to use the platform successfully so that you can get the kind of results that you want. Okay, so let me start with, because this is real estate, I'm going to be sharing examples that we can easily relate with. This is a flower company. We all know that flower is not something you just wake up and say you want to buy, right? You buy flowers for an occasion, you buy flowers maybe you're trying to decorate your house. It's not an everyday product, and so is real estate. Real estate is not something you wake up on Monday morning and say, okay, I want to go and buy land, or I want to go and buy a house. It takes a lot of planning. Oh, sorry, I'm out of breath. It takes a lot of planning, it takes a lot of discussion. A guy has to discuss with madam has to approve before, so it's not something you just post and somebody will see that, yeah, I like this land, I am buying it. Of course, there are people who buy on the spot, probably because they've been planning it since, and immediately they saw your own post, they just decided to buy. But trust me, it's not something they just woke up and say, I want to buy. They've been planning it beforehand. Okay, so how do you now make sure you always keep in touch? This is something called direct response is when people direct response product. Like I said, it takes a lot of planning, a lot of discussion. So you as a business person, you need to find ways to always keep in touch with your customers, right? To get to a point where you might not be able to chat with all your customers, which is why your Facebook page is there. Your Facebook page is like your shop, where people can always come to 24/7. It's always online 24/7. People can come there at any time to find anything that you're posting. Even if you're not running ads, you can be creating posts, engaging posts that people can always go with. Okay, so the purpose of this class is to show you how to create those posts that people will find engaging. Now we have what we call the Facebook Mobile Studio. Facebook Mobile Studio gives you ideas, gives you inspiration, gives you different kind of post formats that you can use. Just go to www.mobilestudio.facebook.com. You'll be able to find inspiration for your post. So let me just show us some things that you should consider when you're creating your post. So when you're creating your content, these are 3 things that you should always consider. Now, most of us, we create content on
Mobile Studio and
Facebook Mobile Studio, yes, together.
Is it that Facebook Mobile Studio?
So it's more like a hub, like an office where you can go. So the same way Cplat shares gives you flyers that you can use to do your marketing. So you just consider it that way, that there's somewhere you can go to online and find different pictures, different image format, video formats that you can use to promote your business. Okay, you see what other people are also doing, and which can give you inspiration on how to go about your own. Okay. I wish my internet here was fast. I would have just gone online to show us. Now, when you're creating, quite a number of us use use the internet on our mobile phones, right? How many of us use our laptops to go online more than our phones? Most of us here use our phone, right? So when you're creating content, you need to consider that the person you are creating the content for, that your customer that you want him to come and buy from you, will also be seeing that content on their mobile phone. So you need to make sure that it is something that is frequent in the sense that you have to be consistent. People are always online, whether you like it or not. How many of us have not gone online today? Have not opened WhatsApp or Facebook since you woke up today? Anybody? So quite a number of us we are always online. So you need to make sure that every time somebody comes online, they have to see something about you. If you're using WhatsApp, then make sure you upload your WhatsApp status on a daily basis, so that when people come online in the morning, they would see something.
I can't find this site.
Facebook Mobile Studio.
I see address will not. It will not be found.
Sorry, let me just. Okay, so you want to make sure that you are always online, consistent. Post every day if possible. Post multiple times in a day if possible. If you're using a Facebook business page or an Instagram business page, your business page will tell you when your people are online, when your followers are online. So it's the reason why you should post. You've not been checking. If you go to your insights, you find all of this information there. Insights, yeah. Go to your insights page on both your Facebook business page and your Instagram business account. The reason why you should post when people are online is because at that point you get more engagement, because more people will get to see what you have posted and they can comment, share, or like your post, which is what Facebook regard as engagement. So you want to make sure that it's not just about posting, it's about posting when people are going to see it and when people are going to give you the response that you need. You also need to make sure it's fast. Nobody has time online anymore. In the last class I mentioned that the average attention span of somebody is 9 seconds.
Yes.
Right? And if you don't make sense to that person in the first 3 seconds, the person is going to move on to the next thing. So you want to make sure that you deliver your message as fast as possible. Gone are those days when people want to wait for 5 minutes to watch your adverts before the video starts. Nobody has that time anymore. So you want to make sure that you are fast. Fast in the sense that catch their attention on time. The kind of images you are using. Are you sharing the vital information about that land? So if you are posting a banner, for instance, what are the key things that people want to know about that land? Okay, make sure you highlight those key things so that people can see it as fast as possible. Then you want to also make sure you design for sound off. Sound off in the sense that if you're using video, if I'm not listening to the video but I'm just watching. So take for instance, I'm in a bus and I'm scrolling through my phone. If I see your video without hearing, because of the noise around me, I can't hear what you're saying. I should be able to tell what that video is about. I should be able to get the message of that video so that I can still be a part of what you're trying to say. Alright, and there's also research that shows that 75% of data in 2020 will be video. Quite a number of us are more video receptive nowadays, right? If you look at yourself, maybe like some 3 years ago, you'll notice that you don't watch a lot of videos online. But nowadays, you just sit down there and watch it, because once your data finishes, you're going to buy another one. So as a business person also, you want to make sure that you are using videos. You want to make sure that you are using videos to catch the attention of people. Sorry, my slide is misbehaving. So I was saying that there's a research that shows that 75% of data online is going to be consumed by video. Now we also need to learn and understand that you need to create videos. So when you came in this morning, you were saying something about the video they did for, I think, Asaba, and it was not engaging enough. So these are the things that you need to consider when you are creating your video. So imagine that person did not have sound, like I just explained. Maybe the person was not saying anything. If you still watch that video, would you be able to tell what they are trying to say in that video? So this is what you should consider when you're creating your videos for your page. Okay, I'm going to show us some apps that we can use, and we're going to try some of them also in this class to create some of these engaging videos that we are talking about. When you're also creating your video, you want to make sure it's exciting. Make sure you're using sound that people can easily relate with, sound that is awakening, not something that somebody will be listening to and in under 10 seconds they will be bored already, because nothing is exciting about it. You have to also make sure that it is thumb stopping. So what thumb stopping means is, most of us use our phones like this, right? How many of us use our phones with 2 hands? Anybody like that? So at times you use your phones with 2 two hands, Abby. Okay. So any other style in the house? How do you use your phone, man? Like this, Abby. Sorry. Good morning. How do you use your phone? How do you use your phone? Like this or like this? Is there any other person that has any other pattern? Maybe your own.
Like this, like you.
Your one are two and like this. Okay, so we have different styles for different people, but most people do use their phones like this. Now, when you're scrolling through your Facebook like this or your Instagram, this is your thumb moving. Now, there's actually research that shows that all these things you do in a day, if you put it on a stretch of road, you can cover like 3 kilometers in a day. Some of us spend at least, averagely, people spend up to 3 hours on their phone on a daily basis. The 20 minutes you do when you wake up to check WhatsApp, then you go to Facebook, you calculate everything in a day. Some of us spend over 3 hours on our phones on a daily basis. Now, I was trying to explain what thumb stopping means. If I'm scrolling to my Facebook feed, if I see your post, there should be something that will make me stop. Okay? There should be something that will make me stop and say, let me see what this person is doing. Okay? So as I'm going like this, I should be able to stop and say, let me see what this person is doing. Now, that is how to catch people's attention. So what are the kind of things you can do to catch people's attention? Sometimes it might be the fact that you put a promo button on your picture. So you put a picture of a house and you put one small circle in red and write maybe 50% discount or buy one get one free. Those are the kind of things that will make people to stop and say, okay, let me see what this person is talking about. Sometimes it might be the fact that the house is just too fine. Okay, you might capture the house in a way that it tells a beautiful story. That once I see it, I would want to stop and say, what is this person talking about? So you need to think of different ideas to make sure that when people see your post, you'll be able to stop and say, what is this person talking about? Okay, I think the slide is back on now. Alright. You also want to make sure that your video loads very fast. When your video doesn't load fast, quite a number of people would not wait and say, okay, let me give this person 3 minutes. It happens especially when you're watching WhatsApp status, right? Thank you, Susan. Especially when you're watching WhatsApp status. If you open somebody's status and the video is just doing that circle, how many of us will wait for that circle to you move on to the next thing? Exactly. So you want to make sure that when you are posting, not just videos, even pictures. Sometimes when those pictures are too heavy, you want to, people would always just move on, because the truth is nobody has time anymore. There are quite a number of things I want to do online. You're not the only person I came to see online. So if you're wasting my time too much, I'm going to move on to the next person. So as a business owner, when you're creating content, you want to make sure that your pictures are lightweighted so that they can load very fast, and your videos are also light so that they can load very fast. Now the truth again is people consume content differently on mobile phones. The way you consume content on your laptop is different from the way you consume content on your mobile phone. On your laptop, you are more receptive. There's a lot of space. You can sit down and say, okay, let me check this angle. But on your mobile phone, it's quick, it's fast. So if you're not quick and fast, people will just move on from where you are. Okay, so I already talked about it. Go to your Facebook page. Your page itself, yeah. This is admin. Go to your page itself.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. So this is your account. So you go to pages. Yes. Each of these pages. If you have any questions, please throw in your questions. We will take all your questions. So these are your insights. You can see your page reach, post engagement, and stuff like that. Okay. So I already talked about thumb stopping. You want to make sure that your images are visually exciting. Let people see, something that will excite them. You want to make sure that it's simple again. Please, let's put our phones on silent so that we don't distract the class. Okay. We also want to make sure you capture attention early. I said this before. If you don't make sense to the person in the first 3 seconds, that person is going to move away. Especially when you send a WhatsApp message. When people open your WhatsApp message, the first thing they check is your message longer than their screen? If your message is longer than that, trust me, quite a number of us will not read it. How many of us will read those posts that you click read more? Read more.
very tired.
You would not, nobody will read it. So if you're sending a WhatsApp message, you want to make sure it's short and precise. Now, once I look at it and I say, okay, it's not too long, the next thing I want to check is the first 3 lines. If the first 3 lines doesn't say something capturing, trust me, I will not read it. So for you, you might want to use a very enticing headline. How to become a landlord in Asaba. People will want to read stuff like that. How to invest in real estate and get 50% return. So you want to make sure that you're using headlines that would capture attention on time. Also, you can show the use of your product or a service in an interesting way. What this means is, if you have a land that people are already building on, right, that you're selling, you want to show that, okay, this is our land and people are already building on it. So if you look at quite a number of our videos, CPLAT videos, you see that they show you pictures of tractors clearing the place. Those kind of things send psychological message to the buyer that this thing is real. Okay? If you have some places where houses are already built, people are already living in it, you might want to show those kind of pictures, because that helps to send a message to whoever is buying that this can be trusted. So these are the things that you should consider when you're creating your content. When it comes to video, you want to make sure that your videos are 15 seconds or less. Like I said, attention is king. Nobody has time to watch a 2-minute video or a 2 hours video, of you explaining something. So make sure your videos are very, very short, and make sure it's designed square. This is a square frame. What it means is, I should be able to see everything that you're talking about in this box. Anything that is outside, I might not be able to see. So when you're creating your videos, make sure you use this size, the square size, or the vertical size. The vertical size is for Facebook. Instagram is different from Facebook. Yeah. Square works on Facebook, then horizontal works square works on Instagram, horizontal works on Facebook. This is vertical for stories, Facebook stories and Instagram stories. This is a bit longer, so people can see more stuff. Then you also need to add a call to action button. From our last class, who remember what a call to action button is? Anybody? I said something about call to action button. Who can remember?
Where your audience will click, just to interact.
Exactly. So like the name implies, call to action. Call them to take an action. Do you want them to send you a message after seeing that post? Tell them. Do you want them to go to your website after seeing that post? Add a call to action button. After watching that video, after seeing that picture, what action do you want them to take? Do you want them to go to your website? Tell them that click on this button to go to my website and get more information. Click on this button to chat me on WhatsApp and get more information. Click on this button to, whatever it is, whatever action you want them to take. Always make sure you add a call to action button, because people online like to be told what to do next. If you want me to go and look at your price list somewhere, tell me, click this button and go and check our price list, or chat with me so I can send you the prices. Make sure you put those call to action buttons. And I also talked about sound off. Sound off means when I'm watching a video and there's no sound, I should still be able to get the message that you're trying to pass across. Okay, I hope Asaba and Enugu people are following us. Remember that if you have any questions, you can drop your questions on the WhatsApp group or use the comment section to ask your questions. Now, you also want to make sure that your content is relevant to your audience, okay? Make sure your content is relevant to your audience. Now, if you look at these 2 pictures, this video will appeal more to parents, right? Because there's a key picture, so parents most likely want to pay attention more to this compared to this one. This one will apply to young people. Young people like exciting stuff, So when you're designing, the way you will sell a phone to a mother is not the same way you sell a phone to a young person. Yes or no? A young person that is buying the phone, what are the things you think they will look out for? They will look out for the camera, they will look out for the speed of the phone, they will look out for the design of the phone. Is it fanciful? Is it fine? But for a mother, a 60-year-old mother or a 45-year-old mother, what are the things do you think the person will? I just want to call my son, right? I just want to call, that's all. So the way you sell a phone the way you sell real estate also to a young person is not the same it's not the same way you sell real estate to an older person, right? So I'll give us a typical example. I went to Redeemers the current redemption camp, Shimawa, there was one time that land was selling for 80,000 naira. That was like in 2010, 2011. But because quite a number of students had that money, but as students, nobody saw the need to buy land. What we cared about was, buy phones, buy clothes. Those are the things we cared about then. So imagine somebody had come to us then, and the way people were selling real estate is become a landlord, own your own house. A 20-year-old boy does not want to become a landlord yet. But if somebody has come to us and said, the money you have now, keep it in real estate, and 5 years later after school, you can get times 10 of your money. Maybe some of us would have thought about buying it. You get the point I'm trying to make? Yeah. So the way you sell something to one generation of people is not the same way you sell it to another generation. So when you're designing your content, understand who are the people that are going to be seeing what you're talking about. Are they older people? Are they young people? Are they male? Are they female?
Oh my home, Vatican Garden Estate Phase 2 Asaba is your home of peace and serenity. Discussing an opportunity is foolishness, and acting on an opportunity is wisdom. Vatican Garden Estate Phase 2 Asaba is the opportunity. Grab your own plot of land for as cheap as 1.5 million naira right here at a prestigious estate of great residential lifestyle, guaranteed peace and serenity, offering 100% dry land. Buy and build service plots, instant physical allocation, neighborhood, immigration office, Asaba Airport, Civil Defense Office, Summit Hill Estate, and many more. Vatican Garden Estate Phase 2 Asaba is located beside Asaba Airport and Immigration Office, Ibusa, Asaba, Delta State. Asaba Office, the Park Plaza, 135 Ibusa Road, opposite Ministry of Lands and Survey, Asaba. For inquiries and inspection booking, call 0812 122 9438 or visit cplat.com. Cplat Profile Limited, your investment house.
Sell real estate to a mother is different from the way you sell it to a father. The father might be concerned about becoming a landlord and stop paying bills stop paying rent to a landlord. I want to think about how to reduce my costs. But for a mother, she wants to think about the future of her children more than expenses. So depending on who you are talking to, there are some things that you would say that will make that person buy it easily. I hope we are still together. I hope we are following. Okay, so make sure your content is relevant to the audience that you are talking to. Now, another challenge most of us have. Can we put our phones on silent? Please, thank you. So most of the time, most of the issues we have when it comes to creating content is that a lot of us don't plan. We don't plan. You just want to wake up in the morning and say, okay, this morning what will I post? Most times it doesn't work because, especially when you're living in places like Lagos, you want to face traffic to get to your office place or go to a meeting. After the traffic, you're exhausted. Your creative juice is just not going to be flowing. So what you can do is sometimes sit down on a weekend or in a Monday morning. For those who don't go out on Monday mornings, sit down when you have the time and plan what you want to post for the next 5 days. If you have the content, plan what you want to post for the next 1 month, if possible. Okay, sit down and say, okay, on Monday this is what I will post. This month our major focus is to sell Asaba land. Okay, so on Monday I'll post the benefits of buying land in Asaba. On Tuesday I'll post the prices. On Wednesday I'll post what you will get when you buy the land. On Thursday I'll post this. On Friday I'll post this. Next week Monday I'll post this. So sit down and create all of those plans. Now what it does for you is, on the day you want to post, you don't need to start thinking or cracking your brain. Even if you are in Keke and you are going to do a meeting with a client, you can easily take up your phone and say, since this is what I have decided I want to post today, I'll just press it and post it. Okay, you have created the pictures already. All you just need to do is post. It makes creating content easier, and it makes it easier for you to stay consistent on your page. Okay, so we have what we call a brief template. We call this a brief. This basically talks about how would you describe your business to a friend. How would you describe that product you are trying to sell to the person you want to sell it to. Okay, what are the major benefits? What is the unique selling point of that property? So this is where you put all of those things, because those are the things that will make the person decide whether they want to buy from you or not. Then you also want to make sure what are the things that stands out about our place. If you buy one land, you get one land free. If you buy one land, you get 50 blocks free. If you buy one land, you get 100 cement free. If all of those things are available, this is where you post them. So like I said, you also need to understand your audience. Who are your customers? Who are the people you're talking to? In the last class where we talked about advertising, and I mentioned this, you need to know the age bracket of people that you're talking to: 20 to 25, 60 to 65, 40 to 65, depending on who you think your audience would be. What are the things that interest them? What do they like? Do they like interior decoration? Do they like sports? Do they like... So for somebody that likes sports, for instance, if I'm going to buy a land in an estate, I want to consider a place where they have a stadium within the estate, or they have a tennis court or a basketball court within the estate. For somebody who likes health, those people might be looking for hospitals within the estate, good roads, and stuff like that. So all of these things will help you design your content in a way that it will be very, very appealing to whoever it is that you are talking to. Okay? So what do you need to tell them about your product and service? This is also like your unique selling point. At this point, you can also include your payment plans. Okay, you don't have to pay upfront. You can pay 10% and pay the remaining 90% in the next 30 years, if possible. So whatever it is your options are, you want to list them here. Now, the goal of this ad, this post that you are trying to create, what are you trying to achieve with it? Do you want to make sure people who see that post start a conversation with you on WhatsApp? This is where your call to action button comes in. Do you want them to go to your website and submit their email address and phone number so that you can call them later? What is the exact goal of that post? Or do you just want to create awareness? Do you just want people to know that, hey guys, I'm still here and I'm still selling real estate? So whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, you need to list it here. So you can just write down the heading so that when you are creating your own content, you can fill out all of this information about it. And if you go to the Facebook Mobile Studio 2, you'll find a PDF version that you can download. I can download it and send to Success. Maybe you share with us on the WhatsApp group. Okay? So any questions at this point? I feel like I'm talking too much. Are we following?
Yeah.
Are we together? Does anybody have any question at this point? Okay, so you need to also make sure that you engage your audience. Sometimes ask them questions. The last time you bought a property, what are the challenges you had? Let people discuss with you on your Facebook so that can also help you. That does two things for you. It gives you feedback. It gives you, it helps you understand how the people are seeing your product. And that would help you design your product in a way that it will meet their needs. And it also helps you to create engagement on your post. So if me and you have been talking for a while, it makes it easier for me to trust you. It makes it easier for me to give you my money and say, okay, okay, I want to buy that property you're talking about. Take. Okay, so you make sure you engage. Share a story of how your business started. Share a story about maybe when if you have those kind of stories documented, how the land became a property that you are now selling. Whatever story that comes behind that product, you might need to share it with people. You can also show how you give back to your society. Take for instance the EndSARS protest that is going on. Quite a number of businesses are jumping on that trend just to show that, okay, we support the people, we care about the people. Now, person we care about us, now we go buy from. Abi, for those who are following the campaign, we might understand. So it's somebody that you cares about you, that you would want to do business with. So you want to show people that you care about them. You can also show off your stuff, and this applies to businesses that have physical locations. You can give people a tour of so for a real estate business, for instance, you can give people a tour of the building. So this is door. The door is German door. Is made with the best quality. You go to the kitchen, show them all the things in the kitchen, stuff like that, just to make sure you are appealing to them and you are engaging with them. You can also have people ask you questions. We have Facebook Live. How many of us have done a Facebook Live video before? Nobody? Nobody has done, only Success. Have you done a what did you do on the live video, sir?
I was just broadcasting, speaking on my...
Okay, what were you talking about? Real estate?
Real estate.
Okay, so you can use Facebook Live video in so many exciting ways, okay? Like I just discussed, if you have a building that you want to sell, if you have a property you want to sell, you can go live inside that building. The advantage of going live is people can be watching at that point and ask you questions. Oh, so why did you paint this place white instead of blue, right? And you can answer that question why that. So it's just like watching TV and I'm watching you. Okay. So it's just like, so when you go live, you know, it's more engaging. People can ask you questions while that video is going on. It's not like I'm coming to watch a recorded video. I'm seeing you as you're showing me this thing. I can ask you, why did you use this type of bulb instead of, you know, the other type? You know, that just helps you to create engagement on your page and keep in touch with your customers. Then you can also educate people. Tell them why they need to invest in real estate. Tell them the benefits of buying a building versus renting. Tell them why they need to buy a land in Asaba. You know, Asaba is, so the way people will tell you that Bejuleki is fast growing now, Dangote Refinery, this and that, you know, educate people. Quite a number of people don't even know. Like I said before, with my example I gave earlier, when I was in school, I didn't see the importance of buying. That land is selling for millions now. Imagine I bought maybe 2 plots there, 80,000. I would have just sold it. So you need to educate people. If I had somebody to educate me then in the benefits of buying real estate, probably would be a landlord by now. So you want to make sure you explain what your product or service is about. Why is your product different from the other products in the market? You want to show behind the scenes, like I said, show people how tractors are clearing the floor, how people are beginning to build their own, how people are doing perimeter fencing for the plots that they buy. All of these things can help you create trust and engagement in the mind of people you're talking to. Then you can also show how to use your products. So 3D model houses, the kind of houses people can build, the kind of structure they can put up, all of those things will also help them to decide if they want to buy from you. Then every once in a while you also need to excite your audience. Share funny posts about real estate, okay? If you find a video of how somebody, something that relates to real estate, because you're doing real estate, maybe, let me think of an example. If you find a funny video of maybe somebody that was scammed before because they bought from an untrusted dealer or money dealers and all those kind of stuff, something to just excite your audience, you can also post those kind of content. You can also announce new products, share upcoming events if you have events. So people go for site inspection. You can decide to share information about your site inspections and stuff like that. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Do we have any questions? Okay, so all of what I've been talking about is about planning. Now we are going to talk about how to create those engaging content. Okay? So slideshow, you can tell me what a slideshow is. Do you have an idea what a slideshow is? Anybody?
Moving the group of pictures.
Moving a group of pictures.
Moving group of pictures.
Okay. Do we agree with him?
They're moving a slide now.
So a slideshow basically is a group of pictures turned into video. It might not have sound, it might have sound, but yes, it's a group of pictures that just keep moving to create a slideshow. Then we all know what a video is, right? So what is a carousel? Anybody? What do you think this is? Any idea? So how many of us have seen a Jumia advert on Facebook before? An advert from Jumia. So you see that they post plenty things. Picture 1 might be shoes, picture 2 might be clothes, picture 3 might be electronics. You keep sliding, That is what a carousel is. You can use up to 10 pictures or videos in one single post, right? So what I just need to do is keep sliding. So if you look at this is one picture. I can slide it, I'll see something else. I can slide it, I'll see something else. So for you, think for instance, you want to sell a property in Asaba, for instance, a building. Picture 1 can be the entrance of the building, the gates, right? Picture 2 might be, the front door. Picture 3 might be a picture of the sitting room. Picture 4 might be, so you're giving me a tour basically. Picture 4 might be the kitchen. Picture 5 might be the bedroom. Picture 6 can be the bedroom, the master bedroom. Picture 7 can be the other 2 bedrooms within the building. So what this does is, you tell a complete story in one single post. Right? I just need to keep moving, to see all of those things. And you can add description for each of the picture. This is a description, this is a call to action button. You can put a description here for this particular picture, put a call to action button here, stuff like that. That is what Carousel does for you. Now, Instagram stories, Facebook stories, and WhatsApp status, they're also very, very engaging. How many of us update on our WhatsApp on a daily basis? WhatsApp status. What's your view like?
From the viewers are every day increasing.
It increase, so you don't reach like 700 now. At times you get 1,000 views. Wow. You know Badu. Queen of WhatsApp. Any other person? How many of us get up to 700, 600? Okay. So yes, Instagram stories, WhatsApp status.
You mean there is
the views?
Status.
Yes, WhatsApp status.
You must have up to someone they contact.
That's what it is. That's what it means.
It's not possible.
So quite a number of people
It's possible,
that is there. Okay. So everything now merged together. Yeah. So I know somebody that actually does close to 3,000 views too. The person, there are some people that they just save you. Once you call them once, they just save the number like that, and they are good like that.
But that has to be a collaboration. You save.
So yes, you save by save. There are people like that too. Once I chat with you, I'll tell you she is a business person, so she always tell you to please save her number so that stuff like that. Because she knows she's heavy with WhatsApp. She knows that WhatsApp is one of her selling points, so she wants to make sure you keep seeing her status on a daily basis. Okay. So you can see this example of this person, how they used this carousel to tell a beautiful story. It's a fashion store. She's changing into different outfits per slide. So you can see how they did it. This is a bit more creative. She walks into this place. So they have different dresses they want to sell. Instead of just getting a model to wear the shirts, pose and snap, they decided to be very creative about it. Okay, showing different outfits on one single post. She moves into the next slide and she sees something. She's wearing something else. Last slide, she's wearing something else. Okay, so that's what a carousel is. You can create all of these things when you go to the Facebook Mobile Studio.
Okay, so slide has to do with pictures.
Yes.
Carousel is videos.
Carousel is both pictures and videos. The difference is, so let me go back to, if you look at this now, nothing is changing here. It's just the images that are changing. Okay, the pictures are changing inside one single frame. The difference within a carousel is it could be a picture or a video, but you have 10 slides that goes like this. So it keeps moving for you to go to the next place. So up to 10 videos or pictures. Yeah, you can use 100.
That means in real estate now you can market like 10 properties at the same time.
So yes, you can
10 different properties
at the same time, but
to be moving.
it won't make sense.
Really?
It won't make sense to do that because again, when people have plenty of options, it causes analysis paralysis. It causes confusion.
Yes.
And now start deciding, should I buy this one or buy that one? Sometimes it makes sense. One post should focus on one product, right? So maybe one carousel like this now, you're selling land in Asaba. You might just show different sides of that land. The front view, the side view, the top view, the back view.
So let me ask you, what if you have like 5 properties to sell? That means will you be posting them independently?
It makes
you paying
in
for
marketing. So all of this now, you're not paying for it. This is not when you are paying. This is you creating content on your page organically. It is when you run adverts that you pay. Now, when it comes to marketing, it's possible you can decide, you have 10 rooms there, you can decide to do anything you want with it. But I'm just telling you that from a marketing point of view, when you post too many things in people's faces at the same time, it causes confusion. So what you can do is each single carousel should talk about one single post and one single property. So the front door, the main gate, the bedroom, the toilet, you do one, then you go for another building, maybe the one in First Act, and do the same thing for that one. You have another building in Asaba, you do the same thing for that one, instead of jam-packing all of them into one post. Do you understand?
So when it comes to boosting,
yeah,
how do you post like 3 or 4 carousels at the same time with the same market?
So if you boost, you can't boost 3 or 4 different posts, carousel posts with the same money.
That is what it boils down to. You're posting
independently, yeah. You will get more value from that than when you boost all of them at the same time. So what you can do is, if you have 5,000 naira for boosting, divide that 5,000 naira by 3. Spend 1,000 on this one, spend 1,000 on this one, spend 1,000 on this one. You will get better results than when you post all of them, because it's the truth. Ladies that buy stuff online, if you see bags, like 10 different bags, you'll be confused on which one to go. You say, this color will go with my gown, but yeah, this one is finer. This one is less expensive. At the end of the day, you might end up not buying. So it makes sense not to push too many things in people's faces at the same time. Okay, any other question? Any other question before we move?
So, sorry, sir, the Carousel can only be created from the mobile studio.
Yes. Can only be created from the mobile studio.
Which mobile? Sorry.
The Facebook mobile studio. That one we opened on.
Okay, this one.
Yes.
Does it have a tab? Defense tab?
Yes, I think they launched now.
How do I locate it here? How do I locate it here?
Igbo ọma na-ege ntị ekene m unu ụmụnne m n'ebe dị iche iche ndị Igbo ụmụnne m n'ebe dị iche iche ị nọ na Naịjirịa ị nọ na mba ofesi wee na-agba mbọ akwa ụmụ Igbo na-ebe erugo anyị ntị o nwere nke a na-akpọ akụruo ụlọ ya mere kọmpani anyị nke a kpọrọ C-Plat Profile Limited ji wee nụ akwa ndị be anyị na-ebe wee wepụtara anyị ọmarịcha estate aha ya bụ Vatican Garden Estate Enugu dị na ebe a na-akpọ Obe Agụ Ọknanọ. Obe Agụ Ọknanọ dị n'akụkụ Centenary City. Estate ndị ọzọ gbara anyị gburugburu bụ Doctors Quarters, Jedediah Estate, Diaspora Estate. Ihe anyị na-ele estate anyị 5.5 million naira per plot for 460 square meters. Mee ọsịsọ bịa gbara na kịta ebe ọ ga-abụ itinye ego gị idinara anyị ịrahụrụ gaba. A na-emekwa n'anya unu ka unu bịa tinye ego unu na estate anyị akpọrọ Vatican Garden Estate Enugu. Ndewonu.
Ụlọ ọrụ anyị n'Enugu dị na second floor, suite 14, number 7 Mkpọkịtị IMT Road, Independence Layout, Enugu. Ngwa kpọọ 0708-300-327 maọbụ gaa na cplat.com ka ịmatakwa maka Vatican Garden Estate. C-Plat Profile Limited. Tinye ego gị ebe ọ ga-abara gị uru.
Okay, so let's look at a few apps that we can use to create amazing content. There's this app called RIPL. It's only available on iOS. So you can, for those who are using iPhones, you can download RIP. What RIP helps you to do is turn photos into videos. Okay, let me see if I can play.
What's the app?
RIP. RIPL. RIPL. So turn your pictures into videos. So this helps you to create amazing slideshow. Just type what you want to put on it and sorry. Okay. So we also have Photoshop Mix, Adobe Photoshop Mix. This also helps you to create amazing videos. RIPL Mix, yes.
RIPL.
The first one is RIPL RIP. The second one is Photoshop Mix.
Photoshop
Mix, yeah.
Which one is it?
So, the RIP is not available on Android. It's only on iOS. So I'll share one that is available on Android. Let me download this one so that we can also do an example in class. So those are the different apps that you can use. Video Shop also helps you to create videos.
So which one is it? Video Shop?
There are different apps. I'll talk about everything. Just hold on. I'll talk about everything. So Photoshop Mix. Yeah, this Photoshop Mix is available on Android. Photoshop Mix is available on Android. It helps you to, design your pictures, design banners. So have Canva, use Canva. So Canva 2 is fine.
No, see Photoshop.
No, that's an app, a mobile app.
Okay, mobile phone.
Yes.
So this Video Shop can do all these things.
Yes, Video Shop is mainly for videos. This is Mojo. Mojo also helps you to create for Instagram stories, WhatsApp status, and Facebook stories. It has the frame for it. So Mojo. For those who have, is on Android. For those who have space on their phone, you can download Mojo. You can download on phone. There are plenty apps that you can actually use. But again, for people who don't have space on their phone, I would just recommend you download Canva. Why? Because Canva creates both pictures and videos. So you have one app that does everything. But for those who want to experiment with different things, then you can go ahead and download all of these apps, and you get different results per app. Okay, so let's quickly do something. Let's do something in class. How many of us have these apps? Any of these apps here? Does anybody have Canva? You said you have Canva. Does anybody have Quick? Anybody? So let's download this app.
In our phone.
On this phone. Yes, on your phone, yes. So let's download any of this app and just try something out. Anybody?
Which one?
Anyone. So pick one that you want. There's Photoshop Mix, there's
Which one do you recommend?
I recommend everything. That's why they're on my slide.
I can't download everything.
So download Canva.
Yes?
Download Canva. Or you can pick another one. Just to, so you can try this Mojo or Instagram stories so that you can create.
Okay, let me
This one,
try
okay.
this Instagram story.
Yeah, that's Canva, yes. Click on install. Okay, so let me just demonstrate how to use Canva so that we can all see. Okay, so this is how to use Canva. Once you open your Canva app, I hope you can all see this. So let me confirm if I'm in frame.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so this is the Canva app. Like I said, Canva helps you to create both videos and images. So for those who don't have the luxury of space, yes, that is Canva. For those who don't have the luxury of space, you can just download one app that helps you to do everything, okay? So you can download Canva and you find different templates already created for you. You can also create your own template by yourself, but for starters, it's easier to just use any of these templates. So let me go and choose Instagram posts. Okay, so let me click on Instagram post. Then you see different templates. If you keep scrolling, you find different templates. Okay. So trying to look for one that I can use.
I use Facebook post.
So you can use Facebook post, yes. So let's try different things. So at the end of the day, we'll find. Me, I did Instagram post. He is using Facebook posts. You can search.
Let's use the same page.
So okay. So because this is classwork, I want us to try different things so that we get different results at the same time. Where are you? Let's come and find you.
Graphic design videos.
Have you downloaded the app?
No.
Just trying to download the app.
So this is.
That's no, the second one.
The second
That's
one, the
C.
graphic.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't have space on my phone.
Okay, so just create, yes, edit. Click on edit and create something. So use any of the pictures you have on your phone to create something.
Create something now.
So click on edit. Have you clicked on edit? Click on this picture. Allow. So this is your gallery. Go through your gallery and select an image. So it could be an image of one of your buildings that you're trying to sell. So let me just show us an example. For those who are watching from Enugu and Asaba, once you click on edit, it will open the image for you to edit. So I want to change this picture now. Okay, I just click on this and it will open my phone gallery. Then I can choose one of the images I have here. Let me see if I can find. So I have plenty of pictures. I have to go and look for something. Thank you. Okay, so let me just use this picture. Once I click on this picture, it will put the picture in that place. So I can decide to edit that picture also. I can decide to crop it.
Or you put video, sorry.
Yeah, you can put a video. If it's a video template, if you're using a video template, you can put a video. Okay, yes, you're using a video template. So So you can see that the video is playing. You just need to align it somewhere by dragging and dropping. Okay, it's really easy to use. So what you can do is just sit down with it for like 30 minutes, play around it, and you'll be able to find your way around it. He is using a video, me I'm using a picture. You can also change this text. So I can decide to say, just double tap on the text. If you tap it twice, you'll be able to edit it to type in what you want. Okay. So let me type Happy New Month. Okay. So I've typed happy. I can decide to align this in a way.
So how do I put the text in? Yes, it's
very easy.
So once you're done with this, once you're done with the video alignment, click on save. When it's saved, tap on it. You look to, this is image color filter. Your phone version is image. Let me. You might need to sit down and familiarize yourself with it. Yes, so has anybody been able to create it? Did you allow? You need to download the app Canva. So any questions?
Can I do this on laptop?
Yes. Go to canva.com, canva.com. So I think you prefer working on your laptop than your phone. So at this point, I want to take questions. If you have any questions, please ask your questions. Asaba, Enugu, don't worry, we are together. We are with you. So ask your question. Check. Please check if we have questions. Yes, you can use VideoShop. This is VideoShop. Yes, but the issue with Canva is Canva will give you a template, so you can't really work outside that template, except you know how to create your own template by yourself, right? But if you want to create your own video from scratch and edit it by yourself on a mobile phone, you can download VideoShop. VideoShop allows you to use both pictures and videos you already have on your phone, combine it together and create one video. Yeah, you can also add text to your video. So VideoShop helps you to do that. VideoShop. Adobe Spark Post is also like Canva, but they have different results. This is from Adobe, Canva is from somebody else. We have Boomerang. Boomerang allows you to add animation to images. So you can have an image that is just shaking, just to make it more appealing than a static image. Okay? So basically that's it. For Android users, it's only on Instagram, yes. Which one do you download? Canva. Okay, so open it and use it and create something. I want us to create something before we leave. As our people also, I want us to create something. Post whatever you create on the WhatsApp group so that we can, all enjoy it. We can grade it. Any questions from everything we have talked about so far? Creating your business page, creating adverts on Facebook. Any questions you have, just ask before we shut this down. So has the class been enlightening for us? Did we learn anything today?
Yes, just that the network is...
Network do not allow us to practicalize. Yes.
No.
I'm coming.
Which network are you?
Airtel. Which network are you?
I'm using
I have both. I always switch.
I'm using Airtel. Airtel is better, but it's still a bit slow.
Most of all these apps are just so easy to use, just like Canva. Like, so on your laptop now, if you're using Canva on your laptop, it's even easy for me to use on laptop.
On laptop now.
Once you enter the website, you will see different options. Anything you want to create, you click.
So the truth about anything is, it's easy to use. What you just need to do is sit down with it. It's written in English. Press here, click here, put this one here. So just follow the simple English instructions they are giving you, and you'll be creating. Then you also need to be creative. You need to know, like I said, sit down and plan. What do you want to create? Then once you have that plan, you can just go and click on it. Okay. So make sure you have a plan first before you start creating. Okay. So with this, we have come to the end of today's class. But if you have any questions, I'm still around to answer all your questions. So I'll hand over to Success to continue with us. All right. Thank you very much for having me, everybody.
Alright, that was awesome. Anytime Mr. Victor comes out, I learned something on video. No matter how good I am there, I still learn something new. Just like, what's the name of that mobile studio game for the
Carousel.
Carousel. That one is so important to me. Very, very